Have you watched any of my shows?
I did yesterday.
Which one?
I watched the one with the man with the jeans. I forgot his name.
Names
Names and Faces. He was wearing a red t-shirt. I think it's your latest.
A red hat.
Red t-shirt. It was a hat.
Damn, fam.
Damn. Yeah, and there was a white guy you had.
Yeah. That's Prof Ben.
Yes, and then we actually, like, at the end, you know how you were asking him, what was the question? What the advice would be for people, like, and then he was like, start with, what makes you happy, or like something like to that effect. It actually paused and did the exercise.
Really?
Yes.
And how did that go? Oh, that's so dope.
That was dope. So
Yeah.
I could easily list things that I like about myself, because, you know, we're so hard on ourselves and
Yeah.
always like.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and
That's so
funny
cool.
enough, my friend, the one that stitched us now, she was like, I asked her, and she's such a confident, vibrant girl.
Yeah.
But then when I asked her, she was like, she actually doesn't know, like, what she really loves about herself.
Do you not think that's wild?
That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
Because if you think about it, right, when you hook up with somebody, you telling yourself, look, I'm worthy to be hooked up with. Because clearly this person came to me.
Okay.
But
yeah.
But at the same time, you don't know what's so great about yourself. How wild is that?
Very wild. Wow.
Nah.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
We don't think like that, though. I think just as humans, or maybe as females.
Yeah. As a female,
or maybe
I wonder if guys, because I don't think guys also do that.
Yeah. Because also guys don't get approached. Hardly get approached.
Yeah, but even then, like if I had to like approach somebody, then I would know this is my value add. I know what I'm bringing to the table. Over and above the money.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like my personality.
Yeah.
But then it's tricky though.
It's tricky because you know that about yourself. I think guys just are taking chances.
Guys are taking chances.
Yeah, I don't think they necessarily know also just off the bat what's so great about them. They know what lines they could use to get you interested. They know history has taught them some things maybe. But I don't think people in general walk around and know that, I'm the shit.
Wow.
You know? We constantly seek that validation.
So then when you guys did that exercise, how, not so much about like what was the output, like what you guys uncovered.
The answers were,
But how did you feel after that? Because to be honest, I won't lie, I haven't done it. Really?
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it. Maybe not the way that you guys did it. Like and that's another thing with us guys. We never really talk things out. We have these conversations in our head. Yeah. So I had the conversation in my head to say, okay, I know, when I'm showing up, how am I?
How you are,
But it's all in here. And it's rubbish in here because there's a lot of stuff that's happening here. There's insecurities here also playing.
Yeah.
So it'll be better to voice it out. So when you guys voiced it out, how did you feel about yourselves?
I found that when I started, initially I just thought like right off the bat what it is. So it was like one thing and then one thing led to another. And next thing I'm 5 things later and she's just sitting there like, and so I stop and I'm like, wait, what is your answer? Why are you so shocked that I'm easily unraveling these things too? And I then I was feeling good, like I'm saying. So one thing to the other. And I'm feeling good now, and I'm now starting to show off a little. You know, because I'm like, and I'm this, and I'm that, and you know. And then she's now sitting there like, wait a minute. And I'm like, why aren't you having the same moment as I'm having?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I actually don't know. It's because I don't know. Wow. And I think I wanted to list those things for her and say, but girl, you are this, and this. But so it took a few moments and then we moved off topic, carried on watching, got on to whatever else to watch. And then like maybe 30 minutes later,
Yeah.
she had her thing. She was like,
which is
I'm
fair.
this.
Which is fair because she had to really think it through.
Yeah, but you see, that's different now because someone might just be there, like just get it, and then the other person actually has to process and.
But how wild is that? Because I'm thinking that like we are personalities, right? Mm-hmm. And our persons do not kick in when only it's a relationship and sexual relationship situation. Yeah. It also kicks in when we are at work and we're engaging with 100%. Our managers or our clients. Yeah. Now, if you are unable to tell yourself who you are, damn, imagine that.
Yeah. Wow. But you know why that could be?
Yeah.
I think we don't take the time to tell ourselves who we are because the world tells us all the time who they expect us to be. So before you know who you are, you are a child, and you are told a child must and not do this and do that.
Or Indoda must.
Indoda, yeah. So now I'm just taking. So a toddler must do this. Technology tells you it must be these milestones. It must be this. It must be that. Yeah. And then next thing you're a teenager. No, a teenager is expected to do this. School-wise, the world is constantly telling you who you are. When do you get the time to just shut it up and say, "Hey, this is who I actually am"? And then at what point do you then start pushing back? World, this is who I am.
On that note, let's start the show. Because
we digress. That happens a lot with me as well.
No, it's perfect. It's a perfect segue because I said Indoda must, right?
Yeah.
And the show is actually called Mbokodo Must Fall. This is the episode.
Okay.
So, and I'm happy that you watched that episode. So for those that have not watched the episode, please go back. Okay podcast. I think it's episode 3. Indoda must. So this is like a continuation.
Oh wow! I wish I had watched that one now. Damn.
No, that's the one. Okay. No, but that's the one though. That's the one.
Okay.
With Prof Ben.
Oh,
the whole thing of
catch the name.
Yeah. The whole thing of how are you when you show up? Okay.
Okay. Let's start.
Okay, so I'm gonna rant a bit. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, all right. Welcome to Okay podcast, and this is episode 6, and that is Mbokodo Must Fall. Now, let me cook. We had episode 3, I stand to be corrected, with Prof Ben, and that episode was about Indoda must, and we're talking about, the expectations that are there, societal expectations of what a man should be and what the man should do, and also the circumstances that a person or a boy child would find themselves in. And sometimes it's not necessarily the best circumstance that a person would want to find themselves in. However, I must say, I got cooked a bit because they wanted a balanced view. They said that, my peoples said that let's have maybe a contrarian view, but not so much about going against the Indoda must fall, but let's talk from the perspective of women and let's find out how they are going through things, because it can't be that us men will be the only ones that are complaining about the situations that we find ourselves in and the societal pressures, but surely women also find themselves in those societal pressures as well. So in order for us to uncover some of these discussions, to massage these complicated discussions, right? And to be honest, it's not so much it being so complicated, but just having that open-ended conversation about things and being truthful. I've invited my honorary guest, someone whom I've known for some time, and that is Usne.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So to kick this engagement off, so I was asking my partner. I was like, so I want to have this conversation, and then she's like, first of all, let's call it Mbokodo must fall, and I was like, okay. And then is there like a catch line behind it? Is there maybe an abstract to it? And this is what she said. She said, we want to live soft. We want to be babied. We want to be independent, yes. But we do not want to be Mbokodos full time.
100%.
Really?
100%. Couldn't have said it better. All here and there. But, but absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Women are soft. Women are nurturers by default, right? But when I was speaking to my friend or my friends about this as well, they're saying, no, we don't want to be masculine. We don't want to play the role of a man. We still want to be women because we are women. You know, we are phenomenal, complex, but a lot of things. But what we don't want is to now take over the role of a man. We need men. We need our men. You know, we need that we need that thing that you bring to the table. We don't want to take over it. But at the same time, what's tricky is because how society is set up, women are being empowered. So we are being put into these CEO positions. We are being, into these roles, right? Because we deserve to be there. We're smart, we're capable to be there. But now all of a sudden, I must be strong throughout. With everything, I can't show weakness, it's almost a role of a man, Single moms are expected to play the roles of man and woman. When you just want to be soft and love your child and get hugs and kisses, and now you must also be the big disciplinarian, you must, so it's tough. It's tough.
Okay, let me throw a span in the works here, right? So if we had to look at it from a point of view to saying that all else equal, each man is different. You can generalize to a certain extent, but the truth is that you'll find a man who's a bit more weaker. And to say weaker is not necessarily to say that is, you know what I mean?
Weak.
He's weak, you know what I mean? But that's his preference because he's not that macho type of guy.
Yeah.
So I like how you mentioned to saying that, we prefaced this conversation about how women also want to be soft and they want to be babied. But yes, we also want the roles of CEOs, etc., right? Should it not be the responsibility of the woman to be able to differentiate the type of man that she wants instead of dictating what kind of man this person must be?
Sure. That's a very good question. Because gender roles are complex, right? Because one thing, like you're saying, a man can look masculine, but be a baby, just not in the sense of being babied, but like be very soft and kind-hearted. But when you look at him, you're like, this person is just a man, So it's tough, and I almost blame society so much because they are telling us what and who to be and how to act, So it takes a while to get back to this is who I am, this is what I'm bringing to the table. So even if based on appearances, I see a masculine man, but then it turns out that he's actually quite soft but now that's who he's now telling me to be. Because society has made him a man must look this type of way, he must dress this type of way, he must drink this type of alcohol, so that he's appealing to me, right? Draws me in. I'm expecting this type of man to be like this. All right. And only to find, actually, he's a little weak. I would have liked him to be a little Come on with it. Yeah. Now he's like, now he's just soft. You're like, yo. Okay. Next.
But don't you feel like it's a setup? It's all a setup because first and foremost, to get your attention, I know what it is that you're looking for. I'll assume what you're looking for. You're looking for a manly man.
Physically, because that's what you first see when a person approaches. Yeah. I'm looking at you, ticking some boxes.
Okay, what's your type?
Ooh.
Let's go there.
My type.
Yeah.
I never go for my type, which is strange enough, right? I have a type. You know, there's a normal type that we are told tall, dark, and handsome is the man. My type is quite different to that. I like light-skinned niggas. I like them light, and I'm not supposed to like night because light-skinned niggas are perceived as weak niggas. Jeez. Right? Unless if he's light-skinned, he must have a tattoo, which shows that you...
Listen,
you know?
I have foundation, so I'm looking a bit lighter. I got a tat somewhere over here at the back. Don't worry. My tat is somewhere. Just don't worry. It's going to be there.
So I don't know if you can protect me from things or if you can take pain because you're still finding your tattoos.
Wow. Okay.
So that's my type. He must be tall. He must be physically. So if you must have a beard, connecting beard. It needs to be, it needs to connect. So the minute you approach, obviously I'm looking, is it not? Okay, it's not everything. And then I start, but it's okay. And then you start, but his eyes are nice. I like nice eyes. So by the time you're getting here, I already know if I'm going to speak to you, give you a chance, hear you out, give you a number, or if I'm just going to blow you off.
But you see, now the problem becomes your type has been significantly just on the physical.
Initially, that's what we interact on, right?
Okay, I get you.
Because there's a type, then after the interaction, I've now decided, okay, I'm going to give you my number.
Us who are drop suspension, we're not exactly told. We're already written off. Already,
you're gone, you're out. Well, not necessarily. Right. I used to say, I don't know, I heard this somewhere, and we always made fun of it because we'd say, if it's below your eyesight, he's not for you. Because I can't be looking down all the time. You know, gotta look up. You know? I'm just saying. So yes, already process of elimination. By the time you're approaching, I've already, okay, maybe you say something funny. And then I'm like, oh, okay. But now you must work your way up again to get the number. Whereas if my type just approached, it was already a yes. I'm already trying to catch his eye as well.
But you know how wild that is because already you've sifted out the guys, right? So based on appearances. Now, the guys that you've already sifted out could possibly be the guy who's responsible, the guy who's a father figure, the guy who's forever caring and actually protective. Now you've got this cohort of guys, and you're not sure what is the percentage distribution between the guys that are actually proper. So you're already dealing with just a small handful.
100%. See, it's hard on us.
It's hard on you guys.
It's hard on us because, but you see, the older you get, I think the physical becomes less important.
Okay.
You know, so yes, you're not my type, but you say you say something funny, it catches my attention. Now you have my interest. Now I'm like, oh, by the time that we've spoken, I now want you to ask me for my number. I want you to call. I want you to ask me out. But you've had to work your way up. Whereas the guy that is, if you're instantly attracted to, if that's your type, he actually works himself down because he starts speaking and starts saying some stupid shit, and then you're just like, oh wait, can we swear? This guy's saying some stupid shit. Like, what are you saying? Like, this doesn't make sense. Like, now he's just, working his way down. Now you're like, yo.
Yeah.
And there's been plenty of instances where you're like, ish, I should have just spoken to that short guy. Like, you were so nice. It was such a vibe. I should have given him my number. But now, here he is.
Now, when you're at that point, does that mean that you settle for that kind of guy?
No. Never settle. Never settle.
But you find women who do settle for that guy, and then after settling for that guy, they're gonna come and complain and say men are trash.
Yeah.
But you saw the red flags from day one.
100%.
So how is it now? Why should we now have the burden of having to change all of us because you chose badly?
Yeah, you don't have to change all of you.
Okay.
Firstly, I think that men are perfectly perfect as they are, because they bring something. It's a different dynamic. Imagine if it was just women in the world, like it'd be crazy. So it's a different dynamic, and I think that's just how life is set up. I don't think you guys should be changing. I think men should be working harder to get back to what can I do for this world, for this society. Does it mean I'm a family man? Does it mean I'm a businessman? It's taking accountability for someone else other than you. And, with that being said, if men were to just take that accountability, I think that the world would be far better off. I don't think they need to look a certain way, just like all women don't look the same way. We like the variety. We like that some are short, some are tall. And just because short doesn't work for me doesn't mean it doesn't work for the next woman, So, and you also want to be with someone you are attracted to. But the physical is not what we should be focusing on. It's how to improve, how to be a better functioning society, how to correct government, family structures. What are we saying? No to rape, no to GBV, no to this. What do we stand for as a society? We should be focusing more on that stuff. And the right people will then come to you. You'll attract the right people. Even if you see them initially and you're like, yo, but the more you speak to them, the universe will work its thing. You'll speak to them. You'll get to know them. You'll fall in love with them. You fall in love, get married, have kids, medium size, all happy. You even forget that there was that tall, what. No, move past that.
So I like that because it actually then answers the question I was going to ask, which is, should then women be more concerned about the tick boxes or the kind of intimate relationship they would have, as well as the possibility of creating a family with this person?
Yeah.
So it seems like you're saying the latter, but the truth is that the case?
It's not the case. The truth is we should be aspiring towards that, because women like security and protection, whether it's financial, fun, we know what we want. But it's tough.
Why is it tough?
It's tough because, people are complex. What you see is not necessarily what you get. And with time and society evolving and ever changing, it's hard to pinpoint those things. It's hard to do the box ticking exercise. You can't. It's just too complex. People are too complex. Men are too complex. Because if I say all men with Mkaba are, can't say that. All men that are tall are fine. Some of them are ugly too, But it's how we designed as humans.
But is it working for you guys? And I'm saying you guys as in women.
Women, is it working for us? Yes, because there's something for us that gets us excited almost all the time.
Okay, say that you get to that thing that makes you excited, right? And ticks the boxes, right? This is the person you want to be with. Then you will hook up with this person and then realize, he's weak. Or however you deem as weak. Or maybe he's not as responsible.
Yeah.
What do you do then?
That's... What do you do then? You make a decision. And you decide what works for you. Yes, he's not what I perceived him to be. He didn't turn out to be like that, but then is it worth losing him now? Now that you know who he is it worth losing him? Are you willing to start from scratch again? Is it a deal breaker? Are those things deal breakers for you? The fact that we are working, we are independent, we have jobs, careers, whatever. We are picking up kids, we're bringing them home, and now he's expecting you to stand in front of the stove and cook for him, because a woman must cook for her man, right? He hasn't taken into consideration this whole day that you've just gone through, you know? Yeah. Now I'm mad. Now I'm like, why can't you just eat Juta says? Why must I be the one cooking for you? And some men expect that of their women. Yeah. They expect freshly prepared food every day. And you look at my life and how it's set up. When, sir, must I do that? So already, some women will put up with it because, okay, it's not a deal breaker for you, but for me, hell yeah.
Do you think that's the reason why? I mean, the question was, why are we becoming single parents? Why is there this huge increase of more people becoming single parents?
Yeah.
Could it be that it's all boiled down to the choices? That initial choice?
Yeah.
Of a tall, yellow bone, tat.
Connecting beard. Don't forget the beard. Sure. You know, I think that the older we get, and I say this because I don't know, your audience might be early 20s, but, you know, whatever it is, the older you get or whatever you go through in life that shapes who you become, you know your deal breakers. So you're not going to get to that point where you are now, well, I hope not. I hope we're, you know, applying our wisdom, our past experiences to things and grow and learn from them. So if it's a deal breaker, it's a deal breaker. You know, let's stick to our guns. When you see those 3 red flags, those 5 red flags, whatever many red flags it takes for you, but don't let it continue up until it gets to that point. Because you know for you that, no, this is not it. He's not great in bed. It's not going to work.
But fam, you can't even teach him?
No. You can't, you know, as humans, right? I'm not going to say gender roles. As humans, we have our spectrum, and there are things that you will stop, and there are other people that will continue.
Wow. Just like that?
Just like that. So I hope we're on the same page, because I can understand.
No, bring me back.
Let's say, right, okay. You like being spanked.
Okay.
I like being spanked. We're comfortable there. Now, the next person likes being choked. And you're like, no, I'm choking. Now I must die. Because anything can happen. We didn't discuss safe words, but now I'm just being choked, you know? So now we've gone beyond my line. I need to bring it back, you know, and say, sorry, no, I'm not, you can't be choking me. It's a silly, you know, example, but that's your red flag. Don't go back now. You know, if it really is a deal breaker, stick to your deal breakers. Because how are we going to create family, society that's responsible if we don't stick to our guns?
Do you not think that the having to prioritize between the two is the main problem? So what happens is that we then prioritize the tick boxing exercise, tall etc., right? But then we completely negate the part about, is this person ready to be a family man? Can he be a father figure? Because then what happens is that once you've committed to this guy based on your tick boxes, then you've got these expectations, and he's like, but we never had that conversation.
100%. It happens all the time. And I think that when you get to that point, we must be communicating. We need to be communicating. The more you speak to people, the more they show you who they are, the more their actions speak, you know. And even with dating now, with my girlfriends, we just sit back and watch, because the person will reveal who they are. like calling, for instance.
Yeah.
In the beginning, y'all are quick to call, like, yeah, what's up? How's your day going? Nah. You can't keep that up for long, though. No. Who you are starts to show. Now I'm like, where's that call? Where's that guy? You know? Yeah. But some guys can. They keep it consistent. Now you're like, okay, this personality type, if this one can, why can't the other?
Okay, with what I've said and with what you have said, right? Remember that we said the first is the looks part.
Yes.
Then it's the more introspective part, right?
Yeah.
Why can't you switch that around? So, because remember, initially, when you did the looks part, you already got rid of... yeah. You know what I mean?
Not like boom, like go away.
No,
it's just like
that's go away, because remember that these guys also have their own insecurities. Yeah. They really have their own insecurities. The short guy is like, okay, I've been told no. I know what no means, and I'll respect that no and go my way.
Yeah.
So now you don't have...
Because short guys would speak like that,
right? But he could have been the ideal guy, or he could have ticked all the boxes for the introspective part.
Yeah, he could have.
But you guys missed out.
If he was a little bit taller, yeah. No. It's not missing out. You know what? What's meant for you will always find you. You know that cheesy saying? It will never miss you. So if that guy is all your boxes, but you just don't know it yet, the universe will make sure that you guys get to that place, because that is your person. That's who God has designed for you. So you won't miss each other. If you're missing each other, then it's not it. So let's not fight it. Let's not push it. Let's take the signs. Let's take the red flags and cut it when it needs to be cut. Like, not wait until you are in a marriage, because now you're supposed to be married at 25 and now you're at 25. But you have all these red flags, but you're like, but... You know, because then what sort of society do we create? Because that family home is toxic. The kids see toxicity. They normalize it. They pass it on when they're older, and the cycle just continues. When really the responsibility lies with us to say, no, we're not going to tolerate that, you know.
Has the caliber of men changed?
Caliber. That's I don't know if I'd use that word. I think that, again, who and the environment that they grow up with has shaped the type of men we have nowadays, you know? I think social media has shaping the next generation of men we're going to have, you know? Because, for instance, infidelity. We know that back in the days, they were cheating. You know, he would move to work in the mines and he'd make another family there. You know, that's considered cheating, right? Because he's being unfaithful to his wife. But that was always kept hush-hush. Umazondo doesn't know about Mthethwa. You know, it's quiet, it's decent. Maybe the elders of the family know, you know. But then nowadays, because of social media, you coming to me, you approaching me, I then take a photo with you, I post that, only to find out, hi, Bo, he's got a wife and 3 babies at home, girl. And I was like, what? What do you mean? You know? Because now people are not upfront about where they are in life, who they're with. But social media will then just expose that for you. Or maybe the wife finds out, and you know, it's out there now. And I don't even know what this generation of men is going to be, because it's an evolution alongside technology and everything. So the caliber, I think men are still men, you know. I think society is probably giving them more variations of what it means to be a man, that they can, you know, now filter into, you know, adapt and become. Like, you can become someone that looks successful, dresses successfully, presents a certain lifestyle to attract women. You can be the most successful person, be the most humble, most quiet, and a woman's not going to pass you by because they'll go for the flash and how that flashy life presents itself and miss out on the real, you know.
So should then men, in the context of relationship, be considered or still be considered heads of the household?
I think so. If you can if we can come to an agreement that works for us. I almost say play your part, but we have to discuss what that part is.
Okay.
What makes this family successful? If I'm being put in a CEO position and I'm expected to date a CEO, but you're not a CEO, why must I apply that pressure to you to become a CEO? If the way that our family set up, I can do the job, I can run around, I can do the business trips, whatever, and you can stay home and take care of our kids, take them to school, make sure you're there for the concerts, the haircuts, the book time reading, bedtime story reading, You know, if that works for our family, then you are the man, you are the head of the house.
There will still be respect even.
Because that's why I'm like, in our family, we need to discuss it. We cannot let what happens in your family be about our family. Because your family, you'll be the CEO, the wife will be staying at home, you taking care of everything. That's how your family's structured. My family, I've been put in the CEO position, so I need to do the running around. But because you are here as my support structure, our family still works. Their family still works because the support structure for our family is solid. So if maybe I can understand now this other CEO looks down on you because you are the father figure that stays at home. You know, you need to be confident in yourself, man, that you are still the head of the household. I still need to respect you because without your role, I can't do my role. You know? So yes, you are the head you are the head, I am the neck. The way we've structured it works for us, that it functions for our family.
Would you be okay with a stay-home father?
100%.
For real? Wow.
If I had the money.
Okay, gotcha, obviously.
Because the financial security is what's also going to make you, house husband,
100%.
feel good about yourself. Because when you step out with your peers, you don't have to be like, baby, can I use this money? No. You don't feel that type of pressure. Because you can still get out there and stand on your own and be like, yeah, sure. Really, I'm the one, you know? Because it's tough. It's tough to travel. It's tough to have your start businesses. It's you need the support structure, but you need to be confident in yourself. You can be my house husband. If I'm making it and you helping me, I'm giving me massages, you making me feel special, you taking care of my other things that I can't get to. Like you're my king.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important part about it is it's having to agree, because you know in most cases you find that social media will dictate how your relationship must be.
Yeah.
And when ish hits the fan, it's only you and you alone. Do you think that naturally speaking, women want to be mothers and be in a family set up, or is it like a societal creation for all women?
Sure. I think it is a societal creation idea, you know, but I think women can decide nowadays what they want to be. You can be brought up being a girly girl in pink, and you know, because that's what society's telling you to be. The minute you get a chance, you are not going to be that. You're going to be yourself. You're going to push to be yourself, you know. So yes, you grow up being told you need to be this, you need to be that in order to be a girl or to be female. But we break out of our shells. We know who we are, you know, we decide who we are for ourselves, and then we do better for our daughters. We don't put them in just pink and tell them that they must be this or that. We tell them you can wear whatever you want, you know. What's your favorite color, you know? We now take direction from our offspring. So I think that's the only important thing, to just do better. Just try and do better and not impose those things, yeah.
So a lot of the remarks that you've made, they give me the impression that it's really the woman who needs to be responsible with their own choices, and also bearing in mind the consequences of some of the choices. So if you're going to go for the TikTok exercises, then that you know what to expect.
Yeah.
if you want a Indoda must, then you should know what to expect, because he might then also want you to be cooking 24/7, etc.
Yeah, play your role.
You have to
Now
play
you're
your
like,
role.
what?
Yeah. So, do you think women can take accountability for the choices that they have made?
Yeah. Wow. Definitely. Why not?
That's it. Why not?
Why not? Why not? Why shouldn't we?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we must take ownership. We've made some bad decisions. I mean, we're not perfect. We're not perfect.
No,
so why shouldn't we take accountability for the things that we contribute to, wrongdoings, crazy times, whatever. Everyone should be accountable. Every human being is accountable. So we can't just dismiss. So I tick some boxes and you turned out not to be that. Shit. Okay, let's go back. But we need to be responsible with that as well, because don't just dismiss a person. Just break it down that, nah, it's not for you. Because if I just dismiss you, sorry, tick, not mate, you're out, it's a red flag. You need to explain that to a person and say, it's a red flag for me because of this and this, But if we just let people go like that, then you get hurt. Then you don't do better for the next person, because now I've scarred you because of how I just dismissed you, Must talk to people, must explain, no, this doesn't work for me because of this. And then we can part our ways, start afresh.
Damn. My last question then, to end this episode is: what would you like to see in the young men and the next generation to come? Even the ones that are here now, what would you like to see more of, or maybe less of the men that are here and the ones that are going to come?
Yeah, I'd like to see. So I have a son. So I have a 4-year-old son, and he's everything.
Wow.
So when I think about, I never used to think too much about men. I was just doing me. So the accountability part, I never took my accountability of how my actions could have hurt them. Just being dismissive or being, I'm done with you, you didn't meet the criteria, and just ghosting or whatever it is. That's my part that I played in hurting someone else, knowingly or unknowingly, right? So I want for my son to be accountable for his actions, because they impact people and we live with people in the world. So that is a big one. Respect is a big one. Without respect, we are actually just animals. We can't respect each other on the roads. We can't respect, we pass each other. We don't greet each other. We don't see each other anymore. It's just respect is important. We greeted back in the day just because that's how you were taught. That's how you address elders. It's about respect. Sanbonani ninjani. You don't have to know me. We don't have to have a conversation. Just that sabon, So our culture has lost a lot of that respect for each other, which I think has led to also a lot of the social ills now. So those two, I think men now, just be accountable for your actions. If you've slept with her and you've made her pregnant, just show up, It's not the end of the world. The child grows, If you've been a scrub to people, do you still use scrub? I don't know if you still use scrub, the words. Anyway, I'm exposing my age. Sorry. Let's cut that out. If you've been a jerk to someone, just take say I'm sorry. Say sorry, be honest about who you are, men, please. We scarred as well. We've gone through the same traumas. Just honest about who you are, so that, I can respect who you are, and I can see when it's wrong and it's right, and I can help you, and you can help me. We can help each other. We can grow. But if we don't have those things, that's what I'm trying to just teach my son. Just have respect. You know, he greets everyone. Just like sometimes not everyone, strangers, you know, but he's a respectful little boy. And, you know, if he's broken something, he says, Mommy, I've done this. And I say, that's great, baby. Thank you for telling me. Try to do better next time, you know. So he's always pushing to do better, to be a good person, you know. So try and be a good person. Don't be such assholes all the time. Open a door, be kind, be humble sometimes, you know. It really goes a long way. Makes you a great guy.
I love that.
Yeah.
All right, thank you for coming through.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate
Crazy.
this a lot.
Chance encounter.
Right?
And now I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't know the backstory, but it's fine.
You're going to need another episode for that.
Okay, all right. And that is episode 6 of Mbokodo Must Fall. Thank you for tuning in. Do follow, subscribe on YouTube, on our various social media platforms. And yeah, that's it. Okay podcast shots.
Cool. Yay, that's fun.
That was chilled.
Where have you been?